Hello everyone, I am FrostCloud on my Mr. Chaos the Cunning Wolf channel. Today I will be reacting to MLP Season 8, Episode 22, What Lies Beneath. Now I have, via some screenshots, I have seen quite a few exciting things about this episode. So I've heard that it's something about the Student 6 facing their greatest fears or something. I mean, I don't know. I could be wrong, but, I hear it's gonna be something really interesting, You know what, I'm not even gonna ramble on about it. Let's just dive right into it. So, without further ado, let's get started.
The Tree of Harmony remains one of the most powerful sources of magic known to ponydom.
I didn't know ponydom was even a word.
You can all show me what you've learned on tomorrow's test. Friendship's effect on the course of equestrian history.
How is that even bad? If I was in her class, I'd obviously know. Oh, wait. Oh, what lies beneath? Let's find out. What? That little face that Silverstream just made reminds me of a certain icon used in the Discord server I'm in.
Oh, come on, Gallus. With good friends and solid study habits, anything is possible.
Good to see Ocella's using her abilities
you just tell
for
us what's on
good.
tomorrow's test, Professor.
Now hold on a sec. I can't give y'all a sneak peek. That there wouldn't be honest.
Yep. Okay,
Golly, it's so inspiring.
Okay.
Trusting any creature must be so...
Okay, I must let something be known. Now, based on a certain screen cap from the finale called School Raise, I don't want to believe it, like, maybe it's not true, but the whole is Cozy Glow evil controversy is still kind of in my mind right now, and I don't want to believe it because I think Cozy is a good character, and if it turns out she is evil, or if it turns out that she's Chrysalis or something, I'm gonna have issues. But anyway, let's move on. Did Cozy Glow do this?
Did we know this was down here?
I don't think any pony knows this is down here. Headmare Twilight? Where are we?
I don't think that's
Where
her.
you...
Pressure? Oops.
I think you just need a little bit of patience and precision. Your tail's gonna hit that, isn't it?
You can't have tea if you aren't dressed for it.
Okay, now let's keep this between us.
Okay, it's a bit funny seeing Smolder act the complete opposite of a tomboy. That's a bit disturbing how they can come in piles without stepping on each other or crushing each other.
Unit need help! We're unit friends when unit needs help!
I know probably Ponyville Ranger reacted to this, and with his arachnophobia, I can only imagine how he feels right now.
Chrysalis! Where's Ocellus? It's me! I'm hideous!
And I can only imagine the fear. Pretty sure Smolder doesn't even believe you.
The Storm King will hear you.
Am I going to see the Storm King and his guards again? Oh, and just so you know, yeah, you hear me mention the Storm King and his guards, yeah. I thought the camera was recording my reaction to that, but it actually cut off because I didn't realize it had running out of memory, so... Oops, but... hopefully I'll get to see them again and you'll see another reaction, I guess.
Okay, that's horrifying.
There they are.
I can't find any hippogriffs or sea ponies. They must all be captured.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they don't exist in a dream realm or whatever this is. Are we actually going to see them out of the shadows? Or no?
It's not real.
Yes, it is. He's back, and I'm never gonna see another sunset or fly through a cloud bank or study plumbing. He's gonna take away everything I love. I'm
Wow.
gonna be trapped down.
Wow. Even despite Silverstream's, Pinkie Pie-like personality, even she's just as prone as being scared to almost developing PTSD, which was a theory about Oceanflow I had in my review on Surf and/or Turf.
You're nothing but a big old bully with a silly name and a goofy crown. You thought you could scare us into doing whatever you wanted, but we learned that together we're stronger than you. And now that we're
Well, I love this assertive side of...
Okay, hug time later. We still have to get back to the library.
There's some fuel for the shippers. But it can sort of work because, they're both big flying creatures anyway.
Maybe my past was so horrible, it's still inside me just waiting to come out again.
Wow, I mean, that's sort of how I feel. That's kind of how I feel in real life as well. I'm not going to expand the story too much, but long story short, my dad did something that I do not want to repeat, and therefore I have restricted myself from a lot of things in fear of becoming like him. So, I sort of relate to Ocellus right here.
If a dragon like me can admit she likes tea parties, that's proof we can change.
I mean, it's kind of like, somebody confessing they're a brony. Wow, that's 2 times tonight as of just recording this time. I've made 2 references to becoming a brony within the show.
So you don't care about any pony but your friends? Are you really that selfish?
Honestly, you really are
Well-
such a disappointment.
Okay, I know these 2 are not actually Rainbow Dash and Rarity.
You're not Headmare Twilight, are you?
You're the Tree of Harmony. The Tree of Harmony
Oh,
turned
really?
into a sparkly version of our headmare to talk to us?
Wait, is that what happened to Chrysalis's thing that...
Our friendship got us past our fears.
You were more concerned with each other's well-being.
Wow, this
than
is
your own.
unique.
You were strong when your friends were weak. You let each other in and showed that you would be there for each other no matter what. Friendship is in your nature.
Hey, that's interesting.
Friendship is in our nature. The tree said so.
I guess we should
Wow, so much restraint from saying, I guess friendship is magic.
But we can't go to sleep. We'll miss the test.
The test! I almost forgot.
We're all gonna fail.
I think I remember doing this once in school. I think I remember actually doing this once in school. I think there was one test I knew I absolutely didn't need, so I think I just made up a reason, but yeah. Is this some sort of hint at the finale or something? So, that was interesting. I mean, I don't know if I'd say this is amongst my favorites, but wow, I mean, this was interesting. I mean, this was definitely a mind puzzle. I mean, okay, something I can't leave unaddressed here. Even though I stated that I would have a problem if Cozy was actually revealed as an antagonist, because come on, I liked her as a character in the Marks for Effort episode, so, I mean, like, maybe, I don't know, but I'm just saying I'm gonna have some issues if... Okay. Anyway, so, enough with the whole is Cozy Glow evil controversy. So what do I think of this episode as a whole? Well, it was funny, and a little confusing. Like, maybe it's just because I've only seen it one time, but, I mean... It was definitely interesting, like that twist at the end where it turns out maybe that sparkly Twilight wasn't actually Twilight or one of Chrysalis's minions either. Maybe it really was from the Tree of Harmony, but then again, maybe that came from one of the branches that fell from the Tree of Harmony when, Chrysalis's minions tried to attack the tree, but then again, it was for their own gain anyway, so... Maybe it was just a result of it or something, or maybe it's just something from the tree itself, but that was a very interesting twist, and I didn't know the tree could do that. I mean, that's, when I think of it for some reason, that's a bit of a freaky system, but it's interesting. Okay, I won't go on and on about this forever, but I didn't know my waifu was able to make a duplicate of herself out of the tree, or maybe the tree did that. I don't. Okay, I won't examine this anymore. But as for this episode as a whole, I feel like I've seen this before in somewhere else, or maybe another episode. Wait, I think this was sort of a Student 6 version of both the Mean Six and the Road to Friendship, and honestly, I would have to say that I like this one, honestly, than On the Road to Friendship. Like you saw what I thought of On the Road to Friendship after my first viewing. I thought it was an episode that just existed. It was an okay episode, but this, I actually liked it more. Like I said, it's not amongst my favorites, but I really did like it. I like the appearance of the Storm King and the Storm Guards. Even though they obviously leave Stribers in here and they can't have any good impersonators, like, you know, it was cool to see, you know, and it was interesting to see that even Silverstream feared him. Well, of course she did, but I didn't know she feared him that greatly. Like, we always knew she had a very hyper and sort of Piggy Pie-like personality, but I mean, I didn't know she could get this scared. I mean, we're seeing this side of her, and I honestly like it when shows or movies do something like that with characters. We see that fragile side of them that we don't always see. And honestly, when it comes to the whole, you know, facing your fears scenario, I mean, it felt a bit cliche, but with the way it was done, I must say, it felt forgivable, if that makes sense. Like, you know, it makes sense, you know, for what this episode is going for, and for the fact that this is all a big test, you know, to really see how far their friendship has gone and see how well it can survive these kind of things. But then again, all Gallus really did was, wonder, yeah, outright say maybe friendship isn't in our nature, and I guess that's somewhat worrying, but again, it was after Cozy Glow suggested it for some reason. But yeah, there's really nothing else I can say, because, despite me really liking this episode, it's one of these weird, moments where, you really like an episode, but, in terms of, like, setting, it's a bit repetitive. And what I mean by that is, most of this is taking place in a very samey looking cave. I mean, not even the old Changeling Hive looks all that different either, aside from, inside of Mount Eris. But I mean, that's what I mean, but still, I really like this episode. It's something I can't really describe, but it's just interesting. And also, one of the things I really like about this episode is, again, even though I went over it in sort of a not-so-good way, I like how this episode just furtherly shows how far the Student 6's friendship has come. Like, as if the Hearthwarming Club wasn't a good enough example of this, here we have another pretty good example of this. And seeing all of them interact with one another was both hilarious and, really good to see once again as well. I like seeing Smolder, confront her fear of, like, really, really girly stuff. Again, it feels like bronies before they're bronies, sort of. I don't know, or femboys before they're femboys. Okay, I don't know if that example even works, but okay, I'm pretty sure you all get the picture. And as I said during the reaction, when Ocellus was, crying and all distraught that, she might actually be Queen Chrysalis herself, as I said, I can actually relate to her greatly. And okay, I'll actually expand on this, because this is the afterthoughts, and it's kind of the last thing I can come up with in terms of things I have to say about the episode, so, why the hell not? I feel I can relate to Ocellus very much in that regards, because after my parents went through a divorce when I was about 11 or 10, I think, obviously I wasn't taking it very well, and if you've seen this video, or maybe a couple of other of my depression videos, you'll probably know that. And, as I probably made evident in that Christmas video that I just showed on screen for a second, because of my dad's actions during the whole ordeal, I did not want to be anything like him, so what I did was I set out to be really different, like, really, really different, like, in terms of a lot of fields, and you pretty much get the picture. I didn't want to be like him, so, and the reason why I don't do certain things, in an effort to not be like them, is because I feel that if I did do those things, I would be just like him, even if I was doing them for good intentions, or even if they did work out. So that's what I mean. I feel I can relate to Ocellus, very deeply in that regards, and honestly, it's one of the things I really like in this episode.
Maybe my past was so horrible, it's still inside me just waiting to come out again.
But overall, first impressions, I like this episode. Wouldn't consider it one of my most favorites, but I really did enjoy it. Anyways, that was my reaction to MLP Season 8, Episode 22, What Lies Beneath. Hope you all enjoyed it. My name is FrostCloud. Thank you all for watching, and you have a wonderful day. Bro Huff.